Chris, Robert, and Eric's Action Science Live. Today we're going to continue our series on measuring stream health. So we have some Chambers Creek water, and we're going to use that today to talk about the respiratory sequence. The respiratory sequence is important because this is the hierarchy of oxidants that bacteria use. So to demonstrate the levels of these metals and nutrients in the aquatic system, we're going to use Chemetrics kits, a spectrophotometer, and our creek water sample. And our first demonstrator is Chris.
The first Chemetrics kit we're going to be working with today is iron. Within the iron box, you will find a field sample cup, a blank, and a vacuum vial. The vacuum vial will be put into the field sample cup, which has already been filled using our pipette set to 5 milliliters. You will place it at an angle. When you snap the tip, you will hear the vacuum vial suck up the creek water. Now, you're going to want to hold the sample for at least a minute after you shake it a few times. Now that it's been a minute, the vacuum vial filled with your sample is ready for the spectrophotometer. Now we are going to use the spectrophotometer to measure our iron sample's absorbance. First, we need to zero the device. You are going to take the blank provided, insert it. You want to be sure you look at the instruction manual to see what nanometer you're going to be setting it at. This one is 505. You can adjust it using these buttons here. You're going to press absorbance. You're going to hear the machine make a few noises, and then it has been zeroed. You're going to remove the blank, insert your iron sample, and wait for the sample measurement to stabilize. Once it is stabilized, you'll take your lab notebook and you'll copy down the absorbance. This one is 0.02. Once you're complete, remove the sample.
The next test we will be demonstrating looks at manganese concentrations in the sample you're testing. Like the iron kit, your sample kit includes a blank vacuum vial, a sample vacuum vial, a sample test cup. The manganese kit also includes an A6501 activator solution, which you'll want to add to your solution before testing it in the spectrophotometer. And you also want your Chambers Creek sample, or whatever sample you'll be testing that day. You'll begin by adding 20 milliliters of your sample into the sample cup. After you've added your 20 milliliters of sample, you'll want to add 1 milliliter of the A6501 activator solution. You can do this using the pipette. So you want to pipette out 1 milliliter of the solution and add it into your sample solution. Stir the contents in the sample cup with the tip of your vacuum vial. Place the vacuum vial at an angle in the sample cup as previously shown in the iron kit. Snap the tip. Collect your sample. You'll want to invert to mix your sample and let it sit for approximately 1 minute. Your sample solution is now ready to test in the spectrophotometer. After creating your manganese test sample, you want to use the spectrophotometer to measure the absorbance. Begin this by zeroing out the spectrophotometer using the blank provided in the kit. Notice in the manganese kit, we have the spectrophotometer set to 520 nanometers. This can be changed by, again, using the nanometer keys on the spectrophotometer, the arrow keys. After you've put your blank inside the spectrophotometer, hit the zero absorbance button to zero and set your blank. After your absorbance shows a value of 0, you know your blank has been set. Take out your blank sample and place your creek sample into the spectrophotometer to read the absorbance. After the value is stabilized, record the absorbance shown. Here it's 0.02. Record that absorbance in your lab notebook. Remove your creek sample. And you are done reading the absorbance for manganese.
Lastly, we're going to test for sulfide. So in this particular Chemetrics kit, like the previous two, we have our blank, our vacuum vial, 25 milliliters of our sample. But for this one that's specific, we have our A9500 activator solution. It's going to get 3 drops. Next, I'm going to stir the solution using the vacuum vial. Place the tip in a proper ridge. Flip back, break the tip, invert and stir. But for sulfide, you have to wait 5 minutes. Once that 5 minutes is complete, it's ready to be analyzed in the spectrophotometer. Now the sample's ready to be analyzed in the spectrophotometer.
Now that 5 minutes has passed and we've achieved the correct color with our sulfide sample, we're going to test for absorbance. Like the previous samples, we'll use the blank to set the machine at 0. Sulfide is at 660 nanometers. The machine is already set. The machine has been zeroed. We'll enter our sulfide sample. We have a reading of 0.015 absorbance. And now we're ready to figure out the parts per million.
After testing all the absorbances of sulfide, iron, and manganese inside our samples, we can look at the concentrations of them in parts per million. To do this, we look at the following equations that are actually provided on the instruction pamphlet inside each of the kits. You just plug in your absorbance value where it says ABS and calculate it out using a calculator. Or you can do it mentally if you'd like. And you can find out the amount in parts per million.
This concludes today's video on using Chemetrics kits and the spectrophotometer. We'd like to thank Aaron Rigg of Tacoma for letting us use all this equipment. And thank you for watching Action Science Live.